and kill potential of Twisted Minds.
Yeah, we're looking at potential series point for the side of Twisted Minds here, and this one's a scary notion because both teams playing on level 4. But the level 4 power-ups, so many more on the side of Twisted Minds. You have the Unending Sorrow, you have the Battlefield Command, you have the Hansheng Ultimate as well, and there's too much in comparison to what LM offers. I'm not sure if it's enough.
Hey Ken, they got a ghost ship on Ada, okay? And that's all they need here, all right? With the Ada flash lane for the side of LM, there is a bunch of mobility, but if they are able to catch them off guard and lock them down with that said ghost ship and such, when they've already expended their resources to go in, it could maybe make something happen, right? They have a lot of control. It's just a matter of if they can apply it to the right targets currently for the side of LM.
Yes, I mean right now it's the same. For LM, it's asking you to drink soup with a fork. It's not going to be easy. It is going to give you some value, but you need to perform the best. You need to transform that fork into a spork at this point of time because Twisted Minds will not make your life easy.
Absolutely, and you got to get some of those chicken bits while you can with the fork. Yep. That's what that's for here. I don't know who is the fork here in this analogy. It might be Ada here because historically that's a bit of a rough pick there in the clash lane. But let's go ahead and see how the early game goes and plays out. Both sides playing pretty slow so far. It seems like LM has been solid about holding themselves in the first 3 minutes of the game or so. We've seen that they don't really fall too behind and get out-tempoed by Twisted Minds. But after that 3-4 minute mark, it feels like they get a little bit unglued. Have they been able to solve that here in game 3? We're going to have to find out.
There is no way. Ash, he's going to get first blood for sure. The rest of the backup comes up from the side of Twisted Minds, and they start with a bang. First blood of all the people, it had to go to clean. Now, this is going to be a 400 gold lead. Not the biggest deficit, but here we go. Nice response from the side of LM. Trying to put a little bit of pressure onto 90. This is going to open up the map, but for now, no way, Legend. Goes the flash, really? And with that aggression, actually makes sure there is room to breathe on the side of LM.
That was a great flash in. Sometimes to survive, you don't have to run away. You have to go in, right? He's able to go ahead and flash that stun from the Yuan there. And the early game catch of Clean is, look at this, Clean in another fight here against Ada. Calls in Nightly for some backup though, because he probably is not going to win that 1v1 against Ada. They get dropped super low. Is anything going to come of it? No, actually. Interesting all around. It looks like Clean was going to lose that there until they called in Nightly there. And Ada being able to survive that 1v2, very, very impressive.
Actually, that's the craziest thing. So 90 actually walking towards the middle T1. It was kind of weird for the viewers out there, right? But here's what he's doing. He's actually buying vision for the side of Twisted Minds to decide whether they want to go in for the chase, because there was a kill potential for the side of Wu Qing there, but knowing that the backup has arrived from the side of Now as well as Ash, they made the better choice of not over-aggressing. So Twisted Minds just doing much more efficiently with the information they buy around the map.
Absolutely here. And Clean in the early game has already gotten a nice catch on the Liang. We've noticed in the past he's great at catching people right before their power spikes, right? In game 1, he caught the Yuan before they got...
Oh, nice catch!
He did more great catches before LM is able to go ahead and respond here. Ash, it looks like he did commit the ultimate onto someone, but no one actually went down on top of Twisted Minds.
That's the whole problem. Who are you able to catch here? And even with the mirror domain, I mean, it has been expanded, right? Look, they can't take Clean out. And for every attempt that you fail, Clean punishes you. Now is the next victim of that punishment. And now Twisted Minds, they have a nice cleanup on the top side as well. 1,000 gold ahead, and it's only going to start snowballing even more, because the moment the map gets open, nobody on the side of LM will be able to contest the split push power of Clean and 90.
Absolutely. Hanshin, one of the most mobile, if not the most mobile junglers in the game probably, right? Being able to on command have 3 to 4 dashes on tap makes it so that he can go in and push one lane and immediately go into the other one. He doesn't have the craziest combat stats, I'd say, the Hanshin. We don't see this pick come out too much, but it definitely has the most mobility there. And if he can't fight you, he'll just go ahead and, you know, run away and push another lane.
Yes, and this is now the scary potential of that 4-minute mark for the side of Twisted Minds. Not only do they have superior movement across the map, they also have the Tyrant buff now to assist them in the fights as well. So everything looking a little bit scary for the side of Level Max Club.
It looks like LM notices that Legend is potentially going to get dove here, starts rotating people down, but no, they see them go ahead and back up, and they go ahead and follow accordingly. We need to see them combo the Princess Frost and the Liang right now. Maybe it's up some sort of ambush, and whoever face checks gets grabbed up. Ada trying to start a little bit of a fight here. Nothing much really comes of it, though, it seems like.
There's nothing. There is no answer. The lead that they have now on the side of Twisted Minds is so far ahead. It might be, just 2,000. Seems like, not too big of a deficit. But the thing is, the burst potential on the heroes of Twisted Minds benefits so much of this 2,000 lead. There is a Mai, there is a Lady Sun, there is Clean. All of them deal massive amounts of burst damage. And take a look at that Wuqing already falling low. And the T1 at the bottom, nicely traded by the side of LM. They need to do this more.
Absolutely. They do take a tier 1 tower on the side of LM here as Ash looks to try and get some sort of catch here from someone rotating. Ooh, speaking of catches, now gets caught up by the Hanjing. They're just so mobile. And they're able to outposition, the Liang. They're not getting much value from this ultimate here.
You can't do anything about it because you don't rotate as fast. And as LM, the difficulty here is, look, Ash, yes, you have the suppression, but who are you going to catch? Because the response is just so quick. Wuqing, the next one to fall, a Rampage for the side of Twisted Minds, and Clean gets the cleanup. They do take a trade in the form of Highlang, but the response coming in Clean is coming for the backlines as well. There is no answer here. Highlang and ACC for the price of Legend and Ash and Wuqing as well. And finally, Noor, there is no comeback factor for the side of LM, and this is not the time for it. Twisted Minds just rampant around the map.
Absolutely. LM did get a few kills there to try and trade back, but 4 for 2 is not optimal no matter how you go ahead and slice it there. It seems like they were able to get that combo a little bit on board, but they dropped it onto the Yuan, probably the lowest value target you can go ahead and grab, right? Yuan did end up getting taken out there, I think, along with Highlang in just the AoE collateral damage of it all here. But it's like Kin said, it's really tough to come out of this position so far.
Yep, the save comes through. Maybe they get the shutdown on the Clean. That's great. But where's the rest of the backup on the fight as well? Wait, hang on. LM are doing it. They get 4 members on the side of Twisted Minds and a lovely over-aggression. Here, LM gets the punish in.
We just actually helped out LM by caster cursing Twisted Minds. We were saying how they couldn't come back. Immediately, 4 for 0 fight breaks out, right? And they catch back up on gold. That is very important. They need to do a few more of those who want to go ahead and catch up. Wow, beautiful flash coming out from Ada there to go ahead and get Lady Sun into the wall there. Forced her to burn her flash too. That was almost a kill as well here. And it seems like they now have the momentum in their favor. But how long can they hold it against the former champions?
That's true. I mean, they didn't even get the T1 there. It's scarily close to being taken down, which is great for the side of LM. But then once again, I don't think Twisted Minds make the same mistake twice, right?
Oh, here we're trying to cast a curse him again. Here. You couldn't tell from Ken's message there. But yeah, it's unlikely.
Oh no, the timer was off. Ash, he set up, but the cleanup comes Clean as well. They take 2, 3 lives from the side of LM and Twisted Minds. The opening has been shown. Wuqing, the next one to fall, and Noor cannot defend against the 4 members on the side of Twisted Minds. They had to give their life a Clean, but that is the price they're willing to pay because there is no wave clear from the side of Noor.
Depending on what happens here, this could potentially be the end. The timers are really low, but everyone on the side of Twisted Minds here, outside of Clean, is ready to go ahead and take some high ground towers. That's one of the downsides of if you don't play directly on top of each other. When you have Ash, when you have the Princess Frost and the Liang, and you saw there, Princess Frost took a bit to go ahead and follow up. Let's see if they can do it here, though. Beautiful ultimate coming out. And Nightly goes down for a good counter initiate. Now, they need to do more plays like that, right? Now, when the ultimates are down, they need to back up and wait for them to be up again before they go for these picks. They have a pick composition on their side.
But I'm not sure whether it's worth it, right? You burn so many ultimates, you get rid of 90, maybe you get this Tyrant, but where is the comeback from this, right? Ash now taken down, and here they're looking for the cut around with the side of LM, and I think that opening is going to be apparent on the side. Now actually makes it out, and here comes that burst damage we're talking about. Now Legend and Ash, 3 members down, Uching on his own, and there is no one to stand up against the aggression of Twisted Minds. Noah's going to try and buy some time, cutting the waves in the mid, but how much can he do? Not much, because Noah will be taken down, and ace for the side of Twisted Minds.
Anshin, one of those heroes that once they hit a critical mass, you can see there, is able to just brute force down anyone, right? You can't outrun him. He's able to even take down the tower, brute force 2, probably Master Sword equipped already there. And that was one of those times where they were not strong, right? They didn't have the ultimates ready, so they can't put themselves in a position to go ahead and fight. They did get the Tyrant, but because of that, you know, they were forced to, you know, kind of walk out of their base before they were really ready for combat. And Twisted Minds heavily capitalized.
Yeah, look, once again, it's a 6,000 goal lead going in favor of Twisted Minds, and the timing of this is just so immaculate because it's right at the 10-minute mark. They get the Shadow Variants, they get the Crimson buffs as well, and of all people, they give it the Clean, who has instant access into the backline, able to do AoE damage with the Ruthless Assault. And we're looking for the catch here. They're going in, trying to force out ultimates. They will get the Unending Sorrow, but it's a rampage. What a snipe coming in from the side of Clean. Cleans up the entirety of LM, and it's a full team wipe and ace as Twisted Minds. They dominate this game number 3, and it's a quarter kill as the Crystal is going to be exposed, destroyed, and Twisted Minds do it in the most twisted way possible.
Twisted Minds sending a message to all the other teams here. Hey, we're back, and we're back with a 3-0. Look at Clean there. I'm surprised he didn't get SSS, actually, right? That just shows how hard it is to get SSS in the system. He was 14-2, and he still didn't get SSS. And just like that, they are out of there. They're like, we're going to get our 3-0 and bounce.
Yep, it's a valiant effort, right, from the side of LM. I mean, look, the ability to reach the top of Group A, make it into the lower bracket finals here, or semi-finals at this point, a very respectable result. They have performed their best. And bear in mind, this is like, what, the premier season? They